All right, welcome back to the 34th edition of the U.S. Open 9-Ball Championships. This is day number 7. We started with 216 of the world's greatest players. 2 remain in the tournament. It's a single race finals to 13 games. At this time, we'd like to introduce our first participant. He's sponsored on tour by Meadows Q's, Cafe Puro, Kamui Tips, and Brunswick Corporation. He's a former WPA World 9-Ball Champion, and he's our defending U.S. Open 9-Ball Champion, trying to make it 2 in a row. Please welcome from Helsinki, Finland, the Iceman, Mr. Mika Immonen. Thank you. And his opponent, sponsored on tour by Predator Q's, Simona's Cloth, Brunswick Corporation, and Q-Wiz. Also a former WPA World 9-Ball Champion, also a former U.S. Open 9-Ball Champion from Mansion, Germany. Please welcome back Mr. RALF SOUQUET. Let's hear it for him. And gentlemen, you may lag for the first break. Let's get it on.
Always business, RALF SOUQUET and his Mosconi Cup teammate, Mika Immonen. Well, I'm sure there'd be a lot of people Ralph would rather oppose, but Ralph being the consummate professional, as is Mika Immonen, you forget who you're playing, you play the table. And the lag, to see who will break. A race to 13 this time. And if it's as close as that lag is, it gives a clear indication of how tough it's going to be to predict the winner of this one. Arguably 2 of the most informed players on the planet. And everyone here is going to be treated to one of the best U.S. Open finals imaginable. We're going to have a 2-time winner for the first time. And even Barry Berman noted that he gets to save the $600 because all the previous champions, well, they have their entry fees paid. He would have had that one sussed out.
Well, we have a chance for a 2-in-a-row winner since Nick Varner did it. Mika.
So the Iceman, to start things out, number 1, and start in this match.
Nothing.
All he can do is throw his hand up in despair. But this is a long, clear look. And Danny, great to be sat alongside you in what promises to be an epic final.
Same here, Jimmy. It's always great to sit near you. You are the best.
You can only be as good as your colleagues, Danny. And you make everybody better in here. It's a pleasure, honestly.
Well, thank you, buddy.
So, Ralph, now, the first chance here.
And you know this is a race to 13, unlike the rest of the tournament, which was a race to 11. Final match, race to 13. You still want to win the first game.
Well, that wasn't easy. Ralph knew he was going to be bringing that cue ball close to the 2, and he's left himself a very thin cut. And when you've got to cut this thin, controlling that cue ball, always a little trickier. But at least he's got the 3 in the middle of the table, too. But you can see how things are starting to become just a little more awkward now for Ralph. He didn't intend this 3 into the corner. He wanted to get it into the same pocket he just shot that 2.
Well, he fell okay, though, because he just has to make the ball. He's going to fall on the 4.
Danny, we were having a discussion about some of the top players in the world, and with a few of the players, by the way, and I threw a question out there. I said, guys, if you could have anyone play 1 rack for your life, and it can't be you, who would it be? This guy got quite a few votes.
Yeah. He gets a shot on the 1, he's going to be out at least as good as anyone else. Probably better, because he's in the finals of U.S. Open.
Well, you always feel like you know, it's an honest miss from Ralph. Never anything careless. I mean, it's surprising when he misses. He's that consistent. And I have to say that a lot of the things, a lot of the attributes that Ralph has, his opponent has as well.
Yeah, they're both conditioning nuts. You know, they exercise, treat this like a sport. They love the game thoroughly. You got to have that or you're champion.
I think his final is he's really taken the softer path in terms of being able to look after himself and maintain some sort of, you know, time regime and or regimen. Sorry, and I mean with Mika, he's had to live on the pool table here. He's had to pitch a tent in the front, and we've heard differing stories, but I believe this is his 14th match after losing his first round match to Chris Bartram. Mika Immonen. What a story that is. Well, it was Mika's first round. I understand he had a bye in the first round, so it was actually a second round match.
I think it's some kind of record. I never saw it in my history, and I've been around this 50 years. I never saw anyone win 14 in a row on the loser's side after losing their first match. This is really spectacular. It's where stamina comes.
The 9 for Souquet to open his account here in the final. And the Kaiser, as he does so very often, capitalizes on the narrowest of mistakes. 1-0, Ralph over Mika. Well, Scott racked them up a lot quicker this time than he did in the earlier sessions, Danny.
Yeah.
Well, at least if Ralph likes it.
Well, Ralph likes it, and you're right. We've been having a little trouble with that. But Scott might have found, you know, the hang of it now.
Souquet to break, second rack. He's already secured the first one. And no one would know better than Ralph, too, that Mika has to be tired. So if Ralph can turn this into a real dour struggle and just make it look like Mika's got a mountain in front of him to win this match, he's hoping he can extract a few more mistakes.
Well, he made a ball, but he doesn't have a good shot on the 1, and I'm not sure the 2 passes anywhere. It might go by that pink ball. But he's got to do something with the 1 first. He's got a pretty good safe here.
Well, Danny?
We don't see the...
Okay. Good one.
Okay. This is what... Here's the shot. Shoot the 1, bank it this way, and fall over here. Try to use these balls to get them with. I think it sits. A little bit of left-hand English. Hit it as full as you could. That ball will go all the way down, and the 6 or 7 or pink will get him.
I think Ralph likes your shot.
Yeah, I think he's going to shoot it. Well, then he's going to maybe cut it behind those 2 balls. I don't think he can reach it comfortably, even left-handed. If the 1 were froze, you couldn't shoot my shot. He might not shoot it anyway, but I think that's the shot. Yeah, he's going the other way now. I don't know what he's doing.
I thought the only reason he may look at that is with that 1 so close, it's pretty tough to avoid the double kiss. Well, he's really weighing this one up, isn't he?
Well,
got to be tough, though, Danny.
It
I mean,
is.
if it's got Ralph Souquet puzzled, I think it's fair to say it's got us puzzled.
Right, it's not obvious for sure. I gave my opinion. It might not be the right shot, but is he going at the 9? He's going 2 rails at the 9. Nah, he went a little too thin. He went a little too thin and he sold out.
Well, does that 2 pass the 4 into the same corner pocket?
That's what I was wondering a little while ago. We can't tell from here. We need a little better shot of that. I think it goes. I think it passes.
Well, that just makes Souquet's mistake that much more punishable.
Yeah, I think it goes. He's looking at it. One rail, little right-hand English, try to hit the 6.
Well, it was the English, the right-hand English is what made that shot missable, and especially over that distance. I mean, he looks like he's completely caught off guard, Mika. But you got that much distance, and again, we tend to take so many things for granted because these guys play so well. But I can tell you, when you leave that center line on the cue ball, you've just made the shot about 5 times harder than it is normally. You have to allow for the deflection, and that depends on how far off that center line you go and the speed that you play the shot.
Yeah, he didn't bother putting English on the ball because he was ready to accept this shot on the 2. But how do you get to the 4?
He's got to go across the table, straight down, and then across the table twice, come back to the same pocket.
It's a pretty thin hit. Nice shot.
He'd like to have been just a little straighter. It's just a little short of speed, but now he might have to go side cushion and draw past the other side for the 5 to the left corner as we look.
The Z stroke.
That's what you call it, the Z stroke.
Yep. The cue ball will make a Z going to that 5 ball. There it is.
Is he hard enough?
Nope. Nope. It's not hard enough. I don't think he's going to be cutting at this. I don't know if he can reach it right. He's going to need the bridge to do whatever he does with it.
Well, I know one thing. He's got a great safety here. He can pull that cue ball over in behind the 9, or, well, actually, that's the best safety.
That is, because he could reach it. Your 3 rail.
That's assuming he doesn't cut it in, and he's trying to cut this in.
Oh. He overcut it. He overcut it.
Geez, he hit it good.
Overcut
Just not good enough.
No, he's going to give up a game here, but what do you do with the 7? You shoot the 9, or you try to get an angle on the 6 to fall on the 7? He's aiming for a combination.
Well, he's going to be playing the combination now. No choice.
Try to get as good as you could, because this is not an easy combination, but he got pretty good on it.
And Ralph has already given this one up for lost. And Mika secures it. 1-1. Immonen with the break in the next.
Strandon wins game number 2 after 2 games. The match is tied at 1 game apiece.
You can see Mika's path, at least some of them. We understand there was about, I think it might have been 14 actually. I said 13. I think 14 match wins through to this final. But look at that 11-10 over Donnie Mills. What a match that was, and we saw that. And certainly he took out Rodney Morris, and I mean, that was a great match as well. 11-9. He had an 11-9 win over Folan. His one loss to Bartram. It says S. Bartram. I thought it was Chris Bartram that beat him.
Well, they used the last letter first in his first name. But anyway, he had a lot of tough matches, a lot of close matches. that could eat your nerves up. So he is in condition because.
Yeah, and looking at that, Danny, I actually was told that Mika lost his first match that he lost. Well, but it showed. Well, we've just had confirmation. In fact, it was Mika's second round match.
Oh, I didn't know that he did.
So, still, I know, you know, counting the wins, which is what we did do. There were 13, I think, coming into the match that he won over Donnie Mills. So I think he's had 14 match wins. Mind you, when I was down on the floor interviewing him after his win with Donnie Mills, I had about 3 or 4 people in the crowd trying to tell me it was 15, it was 11. I mean, everybody had their own count.
You're right. I talked to a few people who didn't have it straight. I'm not sure what is straight yet.
Yeah, well, I guess it just depends who you want to believe. Big chance this for Mika, though. And I think he knows it.
So that means he had, yeah. So it's only maybe 11 or 12 consecutive that he won. This is his 16th match. No, it can't be. No. It can't be 15. It's more like 12, I believe.
Thinner cut than he would have liked, but it's going to take the cue ball up towards the 6.
Yeah, he figures to go 3 rails to the 6. Yeah. There it is. Good speed. Well, anyway, according to the figures we just got, he's won 13 in a row. If this is his 16th match, subtract the first 2, he won 13. I went to college. I could count.
Perfect. Just stop this dead. Now, do they get another green jacket? How
They better,
How many
you
green
know.
jackets can you have?
Well, they get old and they wear out. You know what I mean? You wear them once a year.
One, Mika Immonen over in the last 2 in a row.
Number 3 after 3 games. The scores: Mr. Immonen 2, Mr. Souquet 1.
And Kristen Rogers is still gliding around.
Mika's pretty anxious to get up there. I know he had time to go have a quick dinner leading up to this one. It had to be very quick. Rack number 4. And with a 2-1 lead, let's see if that 6 ball goes in the corner.
Well, it did. He doesn't have a shot, though, on the 1. Not a good shot. I don't think he'll be banking at this. He has a pretty good safe, though. Okay, what is the safe? Okay, is he going to stall a little? Well, I don't think I'll have time, but I think he's got a pretty good safe. Yeah, I think he can cut the one right over here, spin it over to there, and go this way with the cue ball. Got to hit it thin. You don't want to be double banking it and selling out. You got to hit it thin. Well, he didn't listen to me. He sold out. Had to hit it thinner than that. He hit it a hair full. He got the cue ball to go, but of course the cue ball would have went further if he hit it thinner. And the one wouldn't have gone that far.
Well, a chance for Ralph. When the 2 near the bottom left, 3 bottom right. These are the type of situations that Souquet eats for dessert. Well, that and chocolate layer cake.
He likes chocolate layer cake?
German chocolate.
Oh, well, of course. I didn't think it was Italian marble. Oh, no, no English.
No, it didn't. That was a funny shot. You see that sort of result with a cue ball on a snooker table. A lot of times on a pool table, it seems to straighten out and come off the cushion. That top spin took, and that's the reason it went over to the side a little bit, and just enough to snooker Ralph on the 2.
The top English, and that's why he wound up snookered here. Well, I don't like kicking from to his left. I mean, you want to hit it, and your best chance to hit it is on the right. You could scratch, but it's your best. You got to hit the ball. You got to go the route that you hit the ball, because anything is better than ball in hand. Oh, he's going to twirl it. Yeah, he don't want to kick. He's probably worried about that scratch, but he's going to have to spin it pretty well. Now he's going to jump. He's going to jump because he wants to make this. Just kicking to hit it, you don't figure to make it. But jumping it, you got a chance to make it. You know, look at this.
This is what all those yoga lessons have come in handy for.
Yeah, look at this. He's been all out of shape here. Well, he don't like it because he can't get high enough. Looks like he can't get high enough.
Can't quite reach it.
Nope.
Well, it's a mess of his own doing. So he's got no one to blame but himself here, and it looks like he's going to have to kick at this off that side cushion. So again, he's got to judge the contact to the 2 here, put some distance between the white and the 2 ball.
Oh my God. That is a no-no. You got to hit the ball. Anything is better than ball in hand, and it was a pretty easy hit. I would have never bet against him hitting it.
Mika just affirming to himself exactly where he wants to position that cue ball to get at that 3. I like that spot better, below the 8.
Well, if he has room to make it, sure, because then he's got the one railer right to the 4.
Exactly.
But if he went on the other, a little more involved. He can't go too far because he needs an angle and he has to hit it. He got it. I think he got as good as he could. Of course, ball in hand, you could do that kind of thing. Good shot. He'll have the 5 in this corner pocket where the 9, unless he wants to draw it to the side. You can do it either way. He can shoot the 4 in, stay around there, and then pop the 5 in, and he'll have a pretty good shot at the 7. That's what he did. The simple way.
I think anytime you limit the movement for the cue ball, it's only in your best interest.
No doubt about it. As long as you're not leaving yourself a tough shot, which he didn't.
Now, I don't know whether the 8 passes the 9 into the corner pocket, and the exact angle that Mika has, whether he can draw this down and stay on the right-hand side as we look.
I think the 8 passes.
This might be one of those shots where you draw it down and you come right towards the 8. That couldn't be the worst. Couldn't be a worse angle.
Yeah, he did get a bad angle. Got awful quiet in here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
every time we get to the final, Danny,
Yeah.
a lot of people sit on their hands.
Yeah, but don't forget, all the other tables aren't playing. All week we had tables all over the place with other crowds yelling and whistling. Now this is the only game in town.
Yeah, find me an empty seat.
You know, they're not.
You know what? This is not exactly what Mika had in mind.
No.
This is a tough shot, and he's got to shoot it into, somewhat of a blind pocket, because he's got to just look at the angle of this 8, and it does not have a full pocket. The
No.
outside edge only.
Very, very
Oh, good
intricate
shot. Good shot. The people right in line with that acknowledged that. They knew that wasn't a full pocket.
He hit it perfect.
9 down. 3-1. Finland's Mika Immonen over Germany's RALF SOUQUET.
3, Mr. Souquet 1.
Kristen Rogers letting everybody here in the arena know. Rack number 5. And Scott Smith working together. And Mika Immonen now wants to take that rack apart. 3-1 his lead. An all-European clash. Former world champions, former U.S. Open champions.
The end ball's been going now all night. It looks like, the wing ball, that's been flying in at least half of the time.
I mean, prior to Mika taking up residence in New York, he was probably maybe second only to Souquet in terms of air miles, traveling around the globe, applying his trade.
Nothing easy here. If he cuts at the 1, he's got to avoid that 8. And if he could avoid 8, he can go 2 rails.
Oh, he's unlucky.
He's not going to like this.
No, he's unlucky. I mean, he planned to carry him into that 6. And it hit it in just a fashion to still travel down to the bottom end of the table. And not only that, it looks like a full ball snooker behind the 9.
Oh, he's going to do a full ball jump shot, it looks like.
Using his break cue. The harder tip, easier to jump with.
Well, he didn't miss about much, but he missed it. And it's going to be a lucky break, maybe. Does he have the 2?
Well, according to Mika's reaction, I think Ralph can see this, but Ralph gingerly walks up to have a look from the other side. Sometimes you sneak up on them, they change.
Yeah. Well, I think he's got it.
I think he does too. He'll be able to play the long 3 up in the top corner pocket.
Well, he made it a little longer 3, but he does have the proper angle on it. You got to make it. Don't shoot it too hard or you're liable to go right behind the 9 if you hit it high. But I imagine he's going to hit this below center because it is going behind the 9 if he hits it high. I think he's got to hit a little bit low so he comes on this side of the 9, what I call less snookerdom. Very good.
And now a couple ways to play this. He can spin it off the 2 cushions and play that ball, the 7, into the bottom left corner, and that's what he's elected to do.
He did it very nicely. He's got a little angle on the 7, but he still figures to have a little bit of a cut on the 8 when he pockets this ball.
Ralph has already been nominated onto the European Moscone Cup side. I think Mika was pretty much a shoe-in as well. And I think Ralph and Darren Appleton and Niels Fyen will gratefully accept Mika Immonen's place on that side. So still one more European place to be decided. And I'll tell you what, Danny, I wouldn't want to be on the selection committee because there are so many good European players right
decision.
now. Very tough decision.
And, you know, and players who feel like they deserve to be in it feel hurt when they're left out.
And you know something, the same can be said for the American team this year.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny Archer is the only one that has been nominated so far. Rodney Morris's efforts here certainly haven't hurt him. And Donnie Mills progressed a little further. You might have seen him making his debut.
Had he won, he probably would have been a shoe-in, but I don't know now.
Souquet secures rack number 5, 3-2. Still in favor of Mika Immonen.
Souquet wins game number 5 after 5 games. The score is Mr. Immonen 3, Mr. Souquet 2.
There's the record. That's all Ralph Souquet's victims. Of course, his toughest match was with Donnie Mills.
Scott Trapp for the balls, ladies and gentlemen. Our newest inductee to the DCA Hall of Fame. On the front row here, standing up, Mr. Johnny Archer. Congratulations.
And Johnny Archer introduced, just recently inducted into the Hall of Fame. Wife Melanie to his left. Proud wife and mother.
Will you buy me a drink?
What the heck is going on?
I think he said something. He was falling asleep over there.
From Manching, Germany, Ralph Souquet. (3-2). He trails Mika Immonen. Rack number 6. A showstopper.
Bad luck.
Anytime.
Well, tell me, how many people in Manching, Germany? You don't have any idea?
One for sure.
One, yeah, Ralph. And you don't definitely
I have
know
no
how many
idea.
pool rooms.
I got to be honest with you. Before Ralph, I'd never heard of it. Don't really don't get to Germany very often. Maybe a few stopovers, and Munich and Frankfurt I've stopped in flights, but I don't even know whereabouts it's located.
Well, have you ever been to Brooklyn? Never mind.
Big chance here for the Iceman. Now, any distance he can put between himself and Souquet as this match progresses, you just feel is going to put him in good stead. Neither one of these two have been known to throw the towel in early.
No, they're fighters. They're fighters. Different spirits, but internally they're fighters. You know, Mika looks a little more animated, but that doesn't mean that Ralph's not a tiger.
He won't be happy with that effort at all.
No, a little thinner than he wanted.
I think he was so concerned about leaving the right angle to come down here for the 7 that he's underhit that one.
Well, do you want to cut this in the side and try to kill it, or do you want to go 3 rails, shooting the 6 in the corner?
I think he'll try and kill it, Danny.
You think so?
I think trying to go around the table is just a bit too risky. But it's a thin clip into that side pocket.
He's going to study it. I think he's going 3 rails, shooting this in the corner.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
He didn't look as tough as you thought. He made that look easy.
That was a pretty useful touch on the 8. Yeah, he thumped that in with authority.
Well, the week's wear has not tired him, because he still has that energy to shoot straight.
(4-2). Immonen over Souquet.
Immonen wins game number 6 after 6 games of scores. Mr. Immonen 4, Mr. Souquet.
The adrenaline flowing is giving him energy. But when this is all over, you can bet sometime tonight he's just going to pass out.
I think, you know, the focus and everything still, he can stay in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But I think once all the emotion and everything is, you know, is let out, Danny, I think you're probably right. I think he'll hit that pillow and hit it hard tonight.
It'll be richer when he wakes up in the morning.
He just thought it was a little off center, just twisted a bit. Even though everything was touching, he wanted Scott to just re-rack them.
Yeah, that's what he did with the cue. He laid down a straight line, and the 1 and 2 weren't in that straight line. So he figured that's not to his advantage. Let's straighten them.
The 7th rack of a possible 25. Wing ball straight in. 1. Not too bad. Mika will take that.
And the 3 got out of the way of the 2.
You know, when Mika won his one and only World 9-Ball Championship, the man he defeated in the final, the man that is opposing him right now. That was in Cardiff. Was that 2000 or 2001? And I wonder if both of them have harkened back to that time, because Mika was, well, I think he was 29 or 30 years old, just coming up on 30, and, you know, a real hot property. Souquet was still pretty well established at that time. But you never forget when guys have beat you, do you, Danny?
No.
Never forget it.
No. No. I remembered things from 45 years ago.
And Mika looking to become only the 2nd man in the history of this event. 34 years this U.S. Open has been taking place. Only the 2nd man to successfully defend the title. And the first being Nick Varner. And he's been around here all week. And talk about hallowed company there. Hall of Famer Varner. And with Mika Immonen's credentials. Ooh.
Never a doubt.
Risky.
I don't know if he's got the shot, though, but never a doubt.
You'd have to feel that if he secured the win here and duplicated Nick's feat, it would really solidify his credentials to one day having the door open to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, no doubt about it. He eventually will be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, he got the 3, but has he left enough room for the 5?
He's looking at it. It's at least close, but if he shoots it, I believe that means it will pass. And if he can't, he might have to get a cue and jump, because he's only going over an edge. Much easier to go over the edge of the ball. Good choice.
Didn't try and force anything, Danny. I like that decision.
Well, he's got a 2-game lead, and he's protecting it. He doesn't, it's like you say about Ralph. He doesn't want to give away an easy game. Let them earn it. Tough hit here. Tough hit here. I don't see, even if he hits it, how he could escape the trap. How do you hit it? 2 rails to the right of the 8?
He's just having a look now. Can he get that
Well,
gap between those two? Is that what he's looking at? The 2 cushion between them?
2 cushioned or 1? Is he going to try to twirl it and spin into the ball?
I'll tell you what.
I don't think so.
If I'm playing this shot, because it's near that cushion, I'm playing it 3. I'm playing it down here, 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 and into the 5. That's the way I'm trying to escape that.
It might be a very good choice.
That's not the way Ralph's going. He's going 2 cushions.
Oh, I don't know if he has a target. He didn't have a target. He went right. The target was right in the pocket. Yours was a better shot.
Well, always easy to say after. That was, I mean, at that speed, he really would have had to have been lucky hitting it and getting it safe.
Well, when the attempt was that bad, I have to say your shot was better.
Well, the only reason I looked at that is it was closer to that cushion. You know, you've got a little bit bigger ball, don't you?
Yeah. And Mika likes it right now. He can go ahead 3 games.
Well, this match could easily be won in the early going if Mika keeps motoring on here. The deficit could be too big for Ralph to try and overhaul.
Right here.
But these early games, always pivotal.
Oh, what is that?
Well, that one never even threatened the pocket.
What a shock.
I mean, he must have got down and just not looked at it.
Well, his concentration could be getting him a little bit hazy. You know, he's been playing all day.
I guarantee you that never even came close to the jaws.
Yeah, that's
that
freaky. That's real freaky.
Listen to the crowd buzzing. I mean,
Yeah.
Mark that one down.
Ralph Souquet, right now, he's like shocked but happy.
Listen, you want a turning point in a match? It could be that early. Could have been 5-2. Instead, it's going to be 4-3. We said the same thing with Donnie Mills when he had a chance to go 8-4 in front. against Mika. And that was in the semifinal. Didn't take advantage of it. Ended up losing the match 11-10. Well, I think that could be a very big miss. 4-3. Mika still in front. But I guarantee you he doesn't feel like he's in front right now.
7 games to scores, Mr. Immonen 4, Mr. Souquet 3.
Rack number 8 as Kristen Rogers glides around the arena.
I think the 1 came off. He's going to try to bluff it, but I think Ralph will find it. Oh, he's going to accept it.
What a turnaround, and all of a sudden a little bit more of a buzz in the crowd. I think they like seeing these Top Guns are human.
Well, I used to like that when I played. I'd say, wow, the guy is human. He's not unbeatable.
Rack number 8. Souquet trailing 4-3 to Mika Immonen.
1 in the side, wing ball again. Got a shot on the 2. He can get to the 3. I don't know. I think Mika could get thoroughly punished by that little blunder. Yeah, he's got a nice shot here. He's going to get perfect on this 3. Good enough to get it off the rail when you make it. Got to draw back a couple inches. Well, he did it. Now he's going to go 1 rail to the same pocket as the 3 with the 4, I think. I don't think he's going to try to kill this. Although it would have been nice for him to stay on that side because of where the 6 is. Could he roll this in and still keep the good angle on the 6? Nope. He went the other way.
They won't too close to that side cushion for comfort.
And he's got to hit this with a little bit of zip to go 1 rail to that 6. And he's got to hit it a little off center. He's got to put left on this a little bit. He don't need a whole bunch of English, but enough to make the shot a little more difficult.
Well, I'll tell you what, that 4 ball fought its way to the bottom of that corner.
Well, he hit it on the full side so he could stay on that side of the 6. And it barely trickled in. Perfect.
All week, he has been the picture of focus and concentration. Not even while he was in matches or at the table, but you see him in the hallways. I mean, he always looked like he was in a trance, like a man on a mission.
Yeah, I don't even try to talk to him when he's like that because whatever he's thinking of, I don't want to break it. And it isn't that he's not sociable. He's a beautiful person.
Absolutely, Danny, he really is. But at a tournament, he turns into a ruthless killer. 4-4. Ralph and Mika
Souquet wins game number
splitting the first 8 racks here in Chesapeake.
4 games apiece.
I feel like I'm at the circus. I smell popcorn.
Yeah, I was just going to say it smells pretty good, the popcorn.
Yeah.
Rack number 9. Souquet dropped the cue ball in his pocket, cleaned it, We'll see if it works. Is it going to be his friend or his foe?
Pick up the cue ball. Nope. Nope. He made a ball, and he's got a shot. But what do you do with the 2? You got to go 2 rails or 3 rails to the 2 in the side. And if you hit it too easy, you're behind the 8. If you hit it too hard, you're behind the 9. This is a delicate shot, and this is where talent shows up, to have just the right speed. That's as one in the left-hand corner, and go 1, 2, 3 rails to the 2 in the side. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I think that's a great shot.
It is.
He really didn't have a lot of room for error there. If he underhits that, he's wrong angled himself. If he overhits it, he's snookered behind the 9. I mean, that cue ball traveled probably about 10, 11 feet or so, and you know, he's got it within the space of a few inches.
Yeah, great shot. Okay, what is he going to do here? Is he going to go 1 rail? Does the 3 go past the 4, or is he going to go with a little spin, 1 rail to the side? That's what he did. See how the ball went forward and then the English grabbed? Great shot. Great touch. And he's got angles to go from the 4 to the 5. He's in good shape here. And this is all because of Mika's error, and he's getting punished thoroughly for it.
Yeah, it's been 2 racks and counting, isn't it, Danny? This will be 3.
Yep.
What looked like 5-2, all of a sudden it's going to be 5-4 to Souquet. So 3 racks and counting from that bad miss.
Well, Ralph will take advantage and punish you if you make mistakes. And it's not that he's thinking of punishing you. He's thinking of winning and getting far away from you. What's this? Wow. That ball's going close to the side, too. And he could have got a little better here, but I think he's going to go 2 rails to the 8 in the side. Doesn't need the 2nd rail, only to get off the rail. That's why he'll go 2 rails. 1 rail, you might not get off the rail. 2, you will. That's what he did. And he
There's
did
one
it.
thing that Ralph is, and I think it's a quality that all these top players have to have, and that's that ruthlessness. Well, not saying Ralph's mean or anything. He wants to beat you up and then go after your family. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're definitely kidding, because there's nothing like that in his nature except when you're playing him.
And 5-4 it is to Souquet. 3 in a row.
Mr. Souquet wins game number 9. After 9 games, his score is Mr. Souquet 5, Mr. Immonen 4.
Like I've said many, many times, anybody wants to pattern themselves after someone, he might be top of the list.
Yeah. He does have the best fundamentals in the game, and he always falls on the right side of the ball. And I'm not talking left or right. I'm talking about correct side of the ball to get you to the next ball. He's very, very good at that.
A 5-4 lead now to Souquet.
Clean the cue ball in his pocket again.
Well, he hasn't led in this match since winning the opening rack. So the 10th rack now appears, and Souquet's hoping he'll be able to put it in the bank.
Well, the wing ball didn't go for once. Neither did anything else, and this is 9 ball. Guy finally doesn't make a ball, and you got a bank shot. It's better than a kick. Would he dare try to bank this cross-side?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Danny. He's got the 2 there. If he can play it with a modicum of safety in mind,
Yeah.
why not?
Right. I like when you shoot a shot like this, I like drawing the ball and getting it near a cushion, because if you miss the ball, the guy will have trouble playing position. Well, I don't know about that, though.
Well,
but
he tried that, though.
He
just
tried
didn't
it.
hit it very good.
No, he didn't hit it good. And Souquet, in shooting the 1, has a lot of obstacles in the way. It isn't like he can just shoot it and go right to the 2, unless he's feeling good enough to shoot it in the corner. You can shoot it in the corner and draw the cue ball. It's automatic position, but a tougher shot. And the easier shot is tougher position. So he has to decide. You want the tougher shot with automatic position, or you want the easy shot with a difficult position? These are usually choices that come up in matches, and you have to be good enough to know which is the best way to go, percentage-wise. You know, shooting it in the side, he figures to run into something somewhere. Well, he shot it in the corner like I thought. Automatic position.
Well, he was standing right behind it, so he didn't get too excited. He knew that wasn't in. If he'd have seen that 1 tracking into that corner, he probably would have started walking over to the white.
Yeah, he missed it from the get-go.
Now, Mika, even though he does have a thin cut on this one, position, a completely different story.
Unless he could cut it in and come off the inside of the 8, and the 8 pushes you to the 2, but still a lot of accuracy involved, and it is a thin hit, so I like playing safe. Bank the 1 into the 2 and go all the way down, maybe behind the 7 to the end rail.
Agreed. Why take this shot on?
Yeah, too difficult. Bank it into the 2 and try to go behind the 7. Well, that surprised me, but that's what we talked about, that he would have obstacles in the way, but he got a cut on the 2. He does have a shot if he feels like shooting. And position certainly isn't automatic, and if you decide to shoot the 2, you're probably better off just going into the 3, which is haphazard, but it will control the cue ball a little bit. I know he likes to cut balls in. Well, he's going to play safe, it looks like. Pretty good one, but don't leave a ball hanging near a pocket with good players. And he didn't. Good players will break your heart kicking balls in. I don't think he's got a 2-railer either.
I think the 9 and the 6
They're in
may
the way.
just be in the way. He's having a
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not.
You think he can go long enough off this? 2 rails?
That's what he's looking at.
That's really the only path he has to go to, but you don't want to shoot it if it's not on. If the 6 and 9 are in the way, you don't want to shoot it. I'm trying to look at the angle. I don't think he can get by that shooting the 2 in there.
You know what? I mean, he's looking at different angles now.
Yeah, I don't like his end of shooting.
I mean, it's
this.
almost like playing the cue ball into the side pocket where the 2 is, and
It's
from
even-
that angle, Ralph would know exactly where to hit. to take that cue ball towards that side. Just a question of whether the 6 and 9 are in the way.
How about hopping? How about hopping the? How about hopping the 3? You know, and hitting the 2. He's gonna. Here comes the jump. And, you know, if he makes this, he's going to wind up with position too, but there's a lot of ifs. Go over the ball, cut the 2 in the far corner, and position it for the 3. It's a lot to ask for. Of course, we're talking about one of the greatest players in the game. That's what he's hoping to do here. But first, hit the ball. That stops ball in hand. Well, he cut it. He left a shot.
Well, he left a great chance for Immonen.
Well, Mika, the position is a little tricky. Just because of that 7 ball. I think the 7 ball makes it all a little bit different. Well, he's going to have to use a little bit of left-hand English. He got there. Beautiful. Now, how do you get to the 4? You got to come with a super stroke here. Can he go 2 rails without hitting the 7? Or is he going to draw it?
Well, I think he's going to try and force this through. Danny, if the angle is there, a lot of left-hand spin. You know, power top.
Well, he's got to miss the 7, and he can get to that 4.
I think he's got this shot in his bag.
Well, he missed the 7, and he's going to get on this ball. Pretty good shot. People appreciate good shots.
This is, without a doubt, the most knowledgeable of all the tournaments I do. This is the most knowledgeable crowd.
Yep.
There's so many players out there that attend this, and the people that have been coming for years and years. They know when a player's played a good shot.
Yeah. Johnson said that the crowd was pretty knowledgeable also, but they saw pool 24 hours a day for a month. Well, can he cue the ball because of the pocket? It could be. He might be able to hit some here. He's got room to cue it because of the pocket.
I'm assuming he isn't cueing right into the point. No, he looks all right.
Yeah, he makes this, he's going to be fine. But he didn't make it. Well, I've been saying this, and I think that Mika's running out of steam because he's missed a few shots lately that he wouldn't normally miss. So he could be getting a little tired. At least his concentration. Well, Ralph likes this. He's had some gifts lately. No problems here. He can get close to the 7 as he wants.
Just leave a nice angle to bring the cue ball down for the 9. And once again, Souquet helps Mika to remember that bad miss. Second time in the match, as far as Mika's concerned. In the 5th rack, when it looked like he had a chance. Or so, pardon me, in the 7th rack, when it looked like he had a chance to go up 5-2. A very bad 8 from Mika. A missed 8 ball brought Ralph back in, and now with this 9, it'll be 4 in a row to Souquet. And starting with that missed 8 and now a missed 6. 6-4, the score here, the feature table at the U.S. Open. There you see the pro rating. Very close.
Yep.
Souquet with the advantage there, and more importantly, where it counts. As he looks at the rack.
The rack's been agreeable most of the time tonight.
You got to tip your hat to Ken and Scott. They really have been doing a good job. The 11th rack, 6-4 the lead to Ralph.
Well, he made the wing ball again.
And he's got a shot at the 1. And the natural path will bring the cue ball down towards the blue 2.
Okay, where do you play the 2? It goes in a bunch of pockets. It goes on both sides, both corners. Which one would you prefer, Jimmy?
You know what? The path here, I mean, he's got that side pocket on the right-hand side, Danny. I'm not too sure that Ralph isn't just going to try and bring this off 2 cushions, get back out. If it goes to the pocket he's looking right now, just bring it back out into the middle of the table.
This is similar to 2 racks ago, the same kind of shot. Eddie went 3 rails and got to the 2 right in between 2 balls.
Yeah, just a lot depends on whether this 2 passes to the bottom right corner.
Well, if you go that way, then you're dealing with the 4. You know, you're not going to... Well, it depends where the cue ball stops. I think it's the same kind of shot. Go 3 rails to the 2 in the side. Well, then it might be tough to get to the 3.
Why couldn't he just try and... If the 2 does pass bottom right, why couldn't he just knock the 1 in, play off 2 cushions, and get the cue ball around where it is now?
That would be a little better because it's going to be tough to get to that point off the 2 if you shoot the 2 in the side. So you've made a good call here. Let's see if he agrees.
Well, again, if the 2 passes. But he certainly can get close to that 2.
I think it passes.
No, it doesn't. It only goes into the left side by the look of the way Ralph has played this. And I'll tell you what, he's played a great shot.
Perfect. Now you're going to have to shoot this with a little zip center ball and go to the 3 in the side because that looks like the best spot for the 3 to go. Doesn't go by the 6. Center ball, punch it in and go right to the 3 in the side. That's what he did, but not hard enough. He hit that a little weak. I don't think the 3 goes by the 6.
Well, I think you're absolutely right there.
He undershot that.
Yeah, that's a bad shot by his standards.
Yep. Okay. Is he going to try to cut this in the side and control the cue ball? Or is he going to try to play it safe? He's cutting at it, but I don't know if he can control the cue ball. Is he going to avoid hitting the 6 if he cuts it? No.
No,
He's doing something else.
Looks like he's playing it close to dead on, maybe trying to snooker him behind the 6.
Well, he got him. Good shot.
Good containing shot for the moment. You know, Ralph was looking to play a few more shots before going back to his chair in this rack.
Yeah, he wants to hit that 3 ball on the side near him so he could knock that towards the 9 and the cue ball comes the other way. That's what I think he's going to try to do. Oh, that's a sellout. I don't know what he was thinking there, to tell you the truth.
Either way, he'd love to have it over.
Yeah, it's against the rules, Jim.
Someone should change those, eh, Daddy? Guys should be allowed one gotcha or one gimme around.
Yeah, if you're old like me, I should get 2 shots.
That would be a good handicap.
It would be. Yeah, I wouldn't even want it.
Well, Mika, I think the wear and tear of a excruciating week's worth of play may finally be starting to take its toll.
Could be.
Well, Ralph's got one good positional shot here from the 3 to the 4.
That's all he has to do. Falls on the 4. The rest of the rack is going to be elementary. Watch out. Ooh, I wouldn't want to hit that. Well, he's not going to like it anyway. He is not snookered. That's all we could say about this shot.
That's where the good news ends.
Yeah. Yeah. Now he's going to have to play it safe. Can he hit the pink full enough to cut it to the end rail and control the cue ball, and sending it down behind the 8 and the 9 and the 5? You do have another shot if you're adventurous. You could kick this ball on the side, and you know, you're not a big underdog to do that, but he's going to play safe. Heck with the grandstand, he said. Oh, he didn't hit that hard enough, did he? Yeah, he hit it too hard, as far as Mika's concerned. So Mika's going to get some kicking practice.
Well, he might jump this, Danny. This is just about the faced.
He's on his cue, which indicates he's going to jump.
Mika needs something good to happen. He's lost the last 4 racks, and he's got to do something to get him back into a positive frame of mind. And this would be a great start.
Well, part 1 is hitting it. Oh, he almost made the 6, and there goes the 4 inside. Does he have
good
a
news.
shot?
Good news for the moment, but the good news ends quickly. He definitely cannot get through to the 5 enough to be able to make it. He may just be able to hit the left-hand edge as he looks, but I'm not quite sure he can't see enough to be able to pocket this 5.
Well, it's going to be a tough safe, and he might be forced to bank the ball. He might hit enough of it to bank it in the far left-hand corner to him. You know, he does have that. And it's better than selling out. If you have no good safe, you're better off shooting. Meanwhile, he might be shooting right at it. No, he made a feeble attempt to whatever he tried. He didn't even hit it like trying to bank it.
Danny, I think you're being kind. I can't even explain that attempt.
No,
I have no idea what he was trying.
nothing. At least if you cut it a little more, we know you're trying to bank it. But there, I don't think he dreamt that he could play safe with that hit.
I mean, he must have been trying to bank that into the top corner pocket.
And he just hit it that bad. He might have suddenly, the wear and tear of the day and the week has got to him.
Well, it has to be mentally draining to have done what Mika has accomplished at this year's championship. You know, losing
I've
in the
never
second
seen
round.
it.
No, I mean, it's
a first for me.
no. You can average that out because I don't think he played the first day. So if he lost his first match on the second day and then maybe played later that evening, I mean, he's averaging about 3 matches a day. You know, that's a lot of pool.
Well, 3 matches a day isn't a fair indication because 3 matches a day isn't as bad as 2 matches a day and then 7 on the final day.
But this is going to be another one that got away. Mika will be looking back at all these as Ralph secures the 9. That's 5 in a row and stakes him to a 3-rack lead. Now it's 7-4.
11 games to scores. Mr. Souquet, 7. Mr. 4.
He's slipping away. And Mika's last 2 innings weren't very, very good. And I'm anxious to see his next inning.
Want to thank Chalk Off for supplying the table cleaner and the Hall of Fame pool tour. Nick Varner and recently inducted Johnny Archer, traveling around North America, making a stop, hopefully somewhere near you. Don't miss it. Zeroing in on this pack right now. The 12th rack, 7-4 is lead.
1 in the side.
2 and 3, ideally placed. The only issue, quite possibly in the shape of that orange 5. But he's going to have plenty of time to sort out that problem.
And where the 4 ball is, he could possibly fall on it, shoot it in the corner, and then fall on the 5 in the same corner. It has a chance to do that, especially where the 3 is. If he could shoot the 2 and get straight in on the 3 in the corner, he'll have the perfect angle on the 4 to go to that 5. Nice shot. Well, he's got a little bit of a funny angle now. He can't get the angle I talked about, but he can get to the 4 in the side, and if he gets on the right angle, he can go to the 5, but I liked my other shot. Let's see where he gets.
I think the key here, Danny, will be the angle he has on the 4. If he stays low on the 4, and by low I mean closer to us, so that he's got the angle, he'll be able to attack that 5 in a couple of pockets.
Yep. But you got to admit, straight in on 3, he could have stopped, and then it would have been easy.
Exactly.
He's still
right.
got work to do now.
No, exactly right.
Oh, he tried to get that angle again, and he did.
He's perfect.
Oh, that's the angle you want there.
Now he can just stun this over, play the 5 to the same pocket.
Least amount of travel, which makes position easier. Perfect. A little below center. Pop the 4 in, and you're falling all the way over there on the 5. Same corner. Well, he got on the rail a little bit. No, he's fine. He's fine because now he can get closer to the 6. Going 1 rail. The 7's not in the way. He can go 1 rail to get to the 7.
Well, assuming the natural path doesn't take the cue ball into the 7. It doesn't look like it does.
I don't think so. I think he's going to go to the right of the 7 and 1 rail to the 6 perfectly. Wrong again. You were right.
And that's a misjudgment from Souquet.
Could it be he didn't hit the cue ball high enough?
I mean, he's looking at it. He just can't. He can't account for where that cue ball went there. But that is that's an inexcusable mistake. Very uncharacteristic from Ralph. He dissects the table as well as anyone. And I'm not sure he can see this 6.
Oh, he can't. He's going to kick this. And this is one of the kick hard shots. Hope something happens. He's going to hit the 6. I mean, I'm pretty sure of that. I like hitting it hard. Giving it a chance to find a hole somewhere. Yeah. He's not going to roll this. He's going to hit this with a little bit of stroke. Oh, he almost cut it in. Well, Mika gets another chance at a time when he didn't expect to.
Yeah, and one at a time that is badly needed. Well, no time like the present, Mika. You got to play yourself back into this one.
Good shot. And he got off the rail so he can hit the cue ball a little low and catch the end rail maybe. I don't like going 2 rails because the 9 gets in the way. Yeah, he's got to miss the 9, go 2 rails to the 8. There it is. Maybe a little weak. He might have wanted to hit that a little harder, but the thing about this is position comes with the shot. Make the ball, you're going to get position. You're going to go 2 rails to the 9. Hard. Is it going to bounce? Yep. Yep.
How's that?
The wrong rail bounce perfectly.
How's that?
That is a good shot.
Finally, he stops the Souquet steamroller. 7-5. Still to Ralph Souquet.
Mr. Souquet 7, Mr. Immonen 5.
Okay, Immonen threw some steam on the cue ball before he put it in the pocket and rubbed it.
Rack number 13, 7-5, the lead to Ralph Souquet.
That end ball keeps flying right in. He's got a shot on the 1. Position on the 2 could be a little tricky, but he's got a shot. He sees the difficulty here. He nodded his head a little. There's nothing automatic about position here. Yeah, I don't see any clear path to the 2. He's going to have to thread the needle.
He may just leave a little distance. If he can get the cue ball back into the middle of the table, Danny, he'll afford himself a shot at the 2. And I think from this position, that's all he can ask.
Yeah, he has an easy enough shot on the 1 ball. He's going to be perfect. He's going to be absolutely perfect. What is second place in this tournament?
A guess?
Yeah, what?
20? 20,000?
second place.
Second
Does
place,
anyone
I
know
think,
second place? No one wants to answer us.
No, 15,000.
Oh.
Second place.
Well, he got a little bit out of line here, but he's going to get position.
Good recovery.
Yeah. Just absolutely perfect. Shoot this ball and stop, and you'll have a good angle on the 6 to get close to the 8. Well, I didn't like that.
A miscalculation from Souquet, though, is
Yeah,
what has given Mika the chance here.
Well, he got there. He could have did it without traveling that far, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get to 6 no matter which way he did it.
And 7-6 the score. Souquet still in front, but Mika with the break in rack 14.
Well,
The 14th rack, 7-6 to Ralph, and Mika with a chance.
it wasn't doing it in the early part of the week. Suddenly the wing ball's going almost every time. Well, how do you get to the 2 here? Between the 5 or the 4 and 9? I mean, you're going to go 3 rails and aim at that target? Does have a 3 railer. I think he almost has to go that path. This is the path I could see here. Oh, if I get time, I think he can go off this ball into this side and go 1, 2, 3, maybe to here. That would be this has obstruction, and he could also go between the 4 and the 6. He's looking at that.
He could just try and jack up here maybe and keep the cue ball near the middle. Yeah, that's what I think he's doing. He's trying to draw this to the top cushion as we look.
Did he get there? Ooh, barely.
Not
I don't
so
know
sure.
if he did.
Well,
Yep.
he's scratching his head.
Which isn't a good sign.
Never a good sign when you're a pool player. Danny, I've come to recognize that.
Efren scratches his head and grins, which means he made a terrible shot.
And now, assuming he can't see this, he's going to have to kick at it.
I don't know if he's got that side of it to kick. He'd really have to twirl that ball around the 4. I think go to 1 rail to the end rail and make sure you hit it. Oh, I don't know if anything good can happen. This ball's going to really have to curve, and he did it. Very good shot. Very good shot.
Crowd sure liked it.
Oh, they like that kind of thing. Because it went from Mika suffering to Ralph Souquet suffering. You know, it turns out someone's happy shot makes someone else unhappy. Really, I'm talking serious. What do we do here? We're going to play safe or cut it in? Well, that answered that question.
Good shot. Good containing shot from Mika there. He's having a look, but I'm pretty sure there's no space between the 6 and the 4.
Not at all. I don't even know if he could twirl it around the 6 and go 1 rail into the 3. He might have to go the other side.
So often we talk about how strong mentally and the preparation involved in a tournament like the US Open, I'll tell you what, you really have to be in shape. You look at all the players over the years that have made their way to this final, and every single one of them has really looked after themselves. You don't see many overweight finalists.
Not for a while, anyway. But I'm an agreeer with you. I just believe you play all sports better if you're trim and in shape. And pool is a sport. Some people think that's not true, but I know I've done it, and I've seen, like you say, look at Ralph. He's in great condition. Mika's in great condition. Ortman is. Holman is. You got to be. And I named like 4 top players. Well, did he get away with this? Nope. He's got a shot in the side. It's pretty thin. He's going to, you know, the cue ball's going to fly around a little bit. Unless he wants to pop it right in the corner. Again, we're back to that. Shoot the tougher shot with position automatic, or the easy shot with tough position.
No, I think he'll definitely play this in the corner.
Yeah. Automatic position, if he makes it. He sure made it. Well, he's got to go 1 rail on the inside of the 6. I just cinch it. Roll it in, take the shot.
There you see the score, 7-6 in favor of Souquet. An all-European tussle.
Well, I made a bad shot.
You know, the
How did he
Europeans,
do?
at present, Danny, the Europeans hold all the world titles. They may as well hold the US Open as well.
Well, can't we call Mika an American because he lives in Jacksonville now?
Is it Jacksonville or New York?
Oh, New York. That's right. That's right. He lives in New York. Yeah. The guy that lives in Jacksonville is Holman. Yeah, he lives in New York.
For a 7-7 score. Well, 14 racks accounted for, and nothing to choose between these two champions.
Men's game number 14. 14 games, the score is tied 7 games apiece.
Race to 6.
Rack number 15. 7-7 between Mika and Ralph. 2 world champions, 2 US Open champions.
And the pink ball went in again.
2 of the most decorated European players in the history of the sport. And they face off here in the final of the US Open. And just check those numbers out. Doesn't get a lot closer.
Well, he's got a shot at the combination, and the cue ball just going 1 rail. He'll have the 1 in the same pocket. Hell, he doesn't want to shoot left-handed.
Been a memorable U.S. Open, Danny, hasn't it, for a number of reasons?
Sure
I mean,
has.
we've just had two tremendous semifinals, both going right to the hill, 11-10. Ralph Souquet beat Donnie Mills, and then Mika Immonen paid him the same compliment and ousted him 11-10. So poor Donnie Mills was at the wrong end of two hill clashes. And we've had the introduction of bonus ball, which, you know, showed a few of the top players a little different spin on pool. Saw great contingent from the UK come over and play. It was enlightening to me to see Tom Ford, a world-class snooker player, take part in the U.S. Open this year. Ranked number 48 in the world in professional snooker.
That's pretty good.
Came over to play 9-ball. Gotta like seeing that.
Well, who is ranked number 1 right now?
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, he came to the 8-ball tournament in Vegas.
Yeah, he's one of the most talented Cuban I've ever seen.
Is it true he's fairly wealthy too?
He does okay, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
He's not a millionaire, zillionaire, but I heard he was doing pretty good in life.
Yeah, I don't think he has trouble paying the rent.
That helps your stroke, Jimmy.
Mika was in front 3-1 at one stage. And before Ralph started firing a few rockets at him, winning 6 of the next 7. But Mika, as you would expect, had a few rockets of his own to fire back.
Good shot. Good shot. He's close to the 7 and he's got an angle. I think you just draw it straight up. No English. Just draw straight up. Shoot the 9 in that pocket near where he's standing. That's what he did. You got a much better target if you go in a straight line like that rather than a diagonal.
And Mika once again gets in front of Souquet. He's won the last 4 racks. And because of it, it's an 8-7 lead.
Score after 15 games is Mr. Immonen 8, Mr. Souquet 7.
You know, we can't discount what Mika has done this year as well. Unprecedented, really, Danny, to string so many matchers on the loser's side, make his way through to this final.
Well, according to in a might be 14, it's debatable, but I just think everything he's done this year has been pretty good. This will be the 9th consecutive tournament he's run first or second with the best players in the world. That's saying something.
And the man that Mika is looking to join has grabbed a seat in the front row, Nick Varner, the only other player to have won back-to-back U.S. Opens. In the yellow shirt, just top of your picture there, that's Nick. We'll see if we can't get a closer look at his mug sometime during this. Great guy, there he is.
Nick Varner.
There's nothing that man hasn't done. He's got world titles in just about everything, and thank God he didn't take up beach volleyball.
How about for Purdue University? He won 2 intercollegiate national titles consecutive. That's pretty good too.
One of the superstars of the sport, one of the living legends, and a Hall of Fame inductee welcoming his good buddy Johnny Archer. Nick's been in there for a while, and now they can share green jackets from their induction. Mika finally happy with the rack and an 8-7 lead that he now enjoys. And he wants to take apart the 16th.
The end ball again. I will tell you who would not go for this. Buddy Hall would never go for this if that end ball was going in. He wouldn't mind it going in for himself, but When it's going in for his opponent, he's going to get up and object and change it. I lived that. Well, he's got a safe. That's about it. Cut the 1 towards the 7 and let the cue ball go all the way downstream behind the 8 and 6. No matter what, he's not going to leave a shot. It's a bonus if you snooker the guy, but he's not going to leave a shot, I don't think. Perfect. Perfect.
Got him behind the 2.
I don't know. Could he see an edge of the 1? Because if he can see the edge of the 1, he could play a safe and a 9. That's what he's looking at, I believe. If he can see that 1, the 1 figures to be cut safe, and the cue ball all the way to the 9 might make the 9. If he can see the 1. It looks like he could. He's looking at it. He's looking at the edges of the balls to see if he can hit that 1. I think he can.
Well, he'd like to bring that cue ball back down behind these colors, nearest the bottom cushion then, but with the short cue, Danny, that tells me that he can't quite get through to the edge.
No, he's going to jump. There's going to be a lot of action when he jumps if he doesn't hit the 2. Yeah, he should get a lot of action with the balls.
He might jump over the 1 as well. If he jumps over the 2, bounces in the middle of that area between the 2 and the 1, he may go over the 1 too.
He's aware of that too, I believe.
Certainly wouldn't surprise me if he hit the top half of the 1.
Well, there's going to be balls flying around, including the cue ball. Well, how about if he hits the 2?
And then all that chatter was for nothing.
Right. He didn't hop very well. You had him going over the 1 and the 2. He never even got over the 2. Not your fault now, Jimmy. I'm not blaming you.
Ball in hand, though, for Immonen.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do here? Incidental move here. Doesn't really matter if he shoots the 1 from there or from where he had it. He needs an angle on the 2 to go down towards the end rail, and he got that. But see, a shot like that where he moved, he had it placed, and if he can do it 999 times one way and 1,000 the other way, he's going the 1,000 way. Yeah, I don't see anything bad happening here. He's going to have an angle on the 6 to go to the 7. That's where he's putting the tip. That's where he wants the tip. He wants the cue ball to be not straight in on the 6. He needs that little angle, and he got that. Now it's just automatic. Make the 6, you're going all the way to the 7.
Perfect angle, though. And
yeah,
in fairness, you really can't see him failing to clear up these last 4 colors.
see the goal line, in fact.
It looks like he's starting to focus in a little bit more, too. I think he's, you know, all that positive energy is all starting to be harnessed.
Yeah.
He's starting.
He lost it for a little while.
Well, and he believes that Souquet is very vulnerable right now, and he knows he's got to take advantage of this.
Well, going ahead 2 games is taking advantage pretty well, especially when you're hitting 10 or 9. You know, he's getting near the end. Of course, it's not a brilliant remark, but a 2-game lead at 9 is way bigger than a 2-game lead at 3 or 4. Isn't that brilliant? Tough to figure that one.
Going to make a formidable pair, these two, for Team Europe. When the Mosconi Cup kicks off in Las Vegas, that's 5 in a row for Mika. And with it, a 9-7 lead.
Games, he leads the match. 9 games to 7.
Mika with a quick check. Happy. He's certainly happy with the way this match is done an about face against Ralph Souquet. At one point, Ralph led 7-4. Mika has manufactured to sling 5 racks together.
And this wing ball keeps going.
Rack number 17.
Not that time.
And it looks like it's going to be a dry one of the very few we've had.
Yep.
That'll bring Ralph out of his chair with an opportunity.
Is the 3-9 a billiard? Might be. Look, it looks like he could stop on the 2 and be perfect for the billiard. He's looking at it. I don't think the 3 goes anywhere. Well, he's got to cut this 1 in pretty thin. He'd like to get straight in on the 2, or if the 3 doesn't create a billiard on the 9, he might want an angle on the 2, either hit the 3 or fall on the 3 in the corner pocket. But part 1 is make this 1. He overcut it. You said the word vulnerable. Man, I'll tell you what, I haven't seen Ralph miss a ball like that badly.
When was the last time you see him go back to his chair so quickly?
Yeah, look at it.
I mean, he is a man right now. Just even looking at him, he's got his head down.
Yeah, he doesn't like that effort. He missed it badly, too. He's got a pretty good safety here. I mean, while we're stalling, I'm gonna try to point it out. He's trying to see. What is he trying to see? What's he aiming over there for? Anyway,
The path the cue ball is going to take.
shot.
That's exactly what he's doing. Just what you're doing,
Right through
Danny.
here.
That's
Yeah.
the shot, and
That's
that's
what he
exactly
wants
what
to do.
Mika is looking at.
Yep.
Trying to get the cue ball behind the 9 and 3.
He did it too. I swear he did it. He did it. Good shot. He might have left the. He might have left the shot. He did. He left the shot on the 1 just a little harder. That was the path.
He caught it a bit too thick. He didn't want the 1 coming up that far.
Yeah. Ralph has a shot on the 1 in the corner and position on the 2, and then we're gonna find out again if that's a billiard, the 3-9. Well, I'll tell you what, the way he hit the last one, he can't feel real confident about this one. This is a tough shot. This is not a hanger. He missed it. Yeah, I pegged that pretty right. Yeah, he missed that other one. That was no hanger, and this was no hanger. Now, Mika has to see if there's a billiard. I can't see it real well from here, but
Or if he can leave himself the angle on the 2 to slide over.
and break them or go on to the 3 in the corner.
Exactly. Very easy to get over that side of the table. The natural angle on the 1 offers that.
Well, he got the angle. Now, do you try to play position for the 3, or do you try to run into it? He can do either. I mean, the billiard must not be on, or he wouldn't even be looking at all this. Doesn't have to get a shot hitting the ball. Let's see what happens. He's going to hit it. He didn't like it. I know hitting that didn't have to give him a shot. He can hit the 3, and he's got a safe.
He could even try and cut this in.
You think so? Yeah, I guess he could do that.
He could slice this in and even use that 6 on the right-hand side to try and hold position for the 4 next.
I like banking it, and not banking the ball to make it, banking it past the 8 and freezing him on the 8, or using the 8 to snooker him with. Cutting this in, the cue ball's flying around. You don't have to stop on the 4 unless you say he hits the 6. He didn't hit the 6. What is he gonna hit? He's gonna hit the 7, and he got a shot anyway. Not bad. Not bad.
Well, again, this is the big shot in the rack. That cue ball is going to slide over for the 6.
Yeah, he got pretty good on this.
Well, the 5 and then the 6.
Drew the ball to get closer. Got a perfect angle now to get closer to the 7. And I guess the 8 goes in both corner pockets. He has no difficulties here.
Well, he's inching closer and closer with every ball, every rack. And I think he's growing in confidence because he knows he's got his opponent struggling.
Yeah, I never saw Ralph get, I don't want to call him helpless, but he doesn't have his real fire. Pretty good. 1 rail. No English, you're going to go 1 rail to the 9. There's Ralph. He doesn't like what's going on. I think he's meditating right now.
Well, I don't know how often Mika and Ralph have faced off, but I know one thing for sure. I remember that World Championship final very well, and Mika owned him there. And right now, he's dictating the pace in the U.S. Open final. 6 in a row, and a 3-rack advantage, 10-7.
Scores, Mr. Immonen 10, Mr. Souquet 7. This is the race to 13.
Just looking at Mika there, I just saw him glance over as he's using that towel to just loosen his neck muscles, and I saw him glance over at Ralph. Just kind of a quizzical look, you know. I think he understands, as do we, Danny, that he's got his opponent, his partner in the Moscone Cup. He's got his opponent questioning a lot of what's happening out here. Rack number 18, 10-7. Mika leads Ralph. Got the wing ball.
Or are you one? He's got the one, but he's on the rail, sorta. Well, he can get a shot on the 3. I mean, if he wants to just cinch and take a long shot, you know, playing position to get closer would make the 1 a lot tougher. I just cinch this ball. If there's such a thing, cinching a ball 8 feet away, I don't know. Yep, I would have to just cinch this and take the shot. What would you do?
Well, I'm wondering what is he telling the people in behind? He says, listen, I'm going to be lining up in your direction. Would you mind staying very still for me?
You think he's doing that?
No.
I don't. Yeah. He looked like he was kind of grinning.
You know something, Danny? Absolutely. The safety here is very difficult. You might as well go for this. I think he's going to try and knock it in, too.
He's going to try to get closer, too. I didn't like that. I like cinching it. Yep. Yeah, he used bad judgment. Don't you agree with me? I mean, cinch the ball and then take the shot on the 3 rather than fire that. The shot got so tough. Well, let's see if Souquet can get himself together now. He's 3 games behind. Mika's inching towards the finish line.
Drops the cue ball in his pocket to clean it. And now with ball in hand and everything in the open, it's time for Ralph to stand up and be counted in this match, because he's been very complacent for about the last 40 minutes or so. And Ralph doesn't like taking it on the chin very much. He's not used to that.
No champion likes it. But he more so than others because he's been so successful. Well, like you've been saying, he has no one to blame but himself for being this far behind. He's not dead yet, but right now, you know, he created all his troubles. It's nice to have an easy inning to get started with when you're struggling. Well, that's an overdraw, isn't it? A little bit. He's still okay, but, you know, you're a little more okay if you're closer to the ball.
Yeah, I think he must have just had a rush of adrenaline on that.
Yeah. Didn't bother him any. And he's got easy position for an easy shot.
A much-needed rack win for Ralph Souquet. Pulls the score back to 10-8, but he had lost 6 in a row to Mika Immonen.
18 games, the score is Mr. Immonen 10, Mr. Souquet 8.
Well, the last few games, the wing ball didn't go. That's the pink ball. Let's see if it goes in now. Nope. The one didn't go on the side. The break has changed suddenly.
Rack number 19, and Souquet somewhat mystified by how those split.
Yep.
Not a familiar split, Danny, was it?
Not at all. What happened, he said. How come I didn't make a ball? We've been making balls all night long. Now we didn't make a ball. Got a pretty good safe here.
Being so close to the object ball, Mika should be able to get this cue ball into whatever area of the table he desires. When Ralph helplessly looks on.
Well, where would you put it, Jim?
Behind a color.
Well, which one? He's got an easy one with the 8, but now he's looking to see if he can get behind the 7.
I think just a very thin hit. Try and leave that 1 up behind the 7 and the 8. Maybe bring the cue ball back down here towards the, or sorry, the 3 and the 8 up where the 1 is. Bring the cue ball down behind the 7, down towards the 5. He's got the 5 over the corner pocket. Takes the scratch away.
Well, ordinarily, I'd say
very thin hit. And this is assuming he doesn't cut it in. He might be cutting this in.
he did.
Oh, he was trying to hit the 2. Must have been.
Well, he's back to thinking safeties. Tough shot to go behind the 7 now. He doesn't have a real automatic safety here.
Well, he could bank the 2, though. If he elected to try and hit this ball, he should be able to bring the cue ball off this cushion here and spin it back down into this area. And the 2 is going to bank up here into this area, so he's got cover.
Tough speed. Tough speed.
I mean, he's got a couple goalies over that corner. But to me, that's the shot. Thin clip on the 2. 4 cushions down in behind those colors. You can't be thinking about trying to carry him the 9 in from there. Mika, you're only human. That's the obvious shot, Danny. It really is. The more I look at it, it's a very thin hit on the 2. And again, banking it up just above the 7. He's got the goalkeepers down there.
Yeah, I like her shot here.
I think that's a guarantee. That's the shot he's going to play.
He played the 9.
He played the
And
2
the
and
2.
the 9.
Wow.
Well, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. But you talk about throwing caution to the wind.
Yeah. He bet the game on that. And he got rewarded because there's no real problem anymore. You know, you just want to get close enough to the 4 so you can control it.
I mean, he's just turned that into a rack winning shot.
Amazing. And you said it. You're not playing the 9, are you? You're human. And he played both of them, the 2 and the 9.
He didn't miss the 9 by much either.
No. People would have really tore the place down. Good shot.
Yeah, he's playing very, very good now. And the shots he's playing really exude supreme confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, don't try to roll that and hope you get a shot. Get the blockers out of the way, and that's what he did.
He could play this shot and get the cue ball on the other side of the 6, play a 6-9 combination.
You could. He's going to have to get the bridge to do it, or left-handed. He's threatened to shoot left-handed a few times, and then he stopped. He's waving away at something.
Look at Scott. Scott's got the rake there ready for him.
Yeah, is Scott trying to tell him something? Shot instructing him?
Well, we'll see how he plays on the 6. No, he's just drawing out play to the other corner.
He's going to run out. Not a bad idea.
And this should get Mika 3 racks clear again.
Yeah, and he got the angle on the 7.
And with an 11-8 lead,
He got a perfect angle.
effectively that means Ralph has to beat him 5-1 from this point to win the match. This all assuming he knocks in these last 3 colors.
Well, he doesn't like the angle too well. He would have liked to have more, but I think he can get down there to the middle diamond and cut the 8 in. I mean, he got a little bit of an angle. You know, you can't be worrying about that. Yeah, he had a lot of angle. What's he going to do here?
He's going to make a mess of it. Well, got to think he's going to try and bank this, don't you?
Oh, boy.
Let's get a bigger pocket there with the 9.
Yeah.
Slightly bigger pocket. And I mean, the shot that he tried to bank, if he's got any consistency at all in his game, this has got to be an easier bank shot than the one he took on with the 2.
Well, Ralph Souquet he has to be a little happy about this turn of events because he knows he now has a chance in this particular game, you know, and he won't be way out of it. He'll be only 1 game down if he can win this one. He's going to bank it at the 9. There's no combination. It isn't like the 9 is hanging and it has to go. You still have to cut the 9 with the 8. He's not happy with it. Can he possibly thin the 8 and go 2 rails at the 9 without selling out the 9? I mean, without selling out the 8. As that said, he would have to do that with the bridge, too.
If the 9 wasn't over the corner pocket like that, I could see him trying to thin this. Put some distance between them and play safe, but he knows Ralph's going to come out of the chair and try and bank that 8 into the 9. So, I mean, wouldn't you really rather have the first shout?
Well, that's what he's doing.
He's got the 9.
He cut it in.
Or does he? Or does he? He doesn't. He hit that ball as good as he could hit it for nothing to fall.
Unbelievable. Well, he's getting punished for not falling on the 7 right.
Boy, Ralph took a long time coming out of his chair.
Boy, he's got to love this. He's going to be only 1 game behind with him breaking. Oh, that's got to affect Mika a little bit. He's supposed to win that game.
Taking a lot of time here, Ralph. Not exactly a sitter, this 8.
Nice shot.
Jeez, he almost overcut it.
You're right. He favored cutting it, and he did do that. He probably figured, I can't overcut it, so I'm going to cut it.
Grabs another one. 10-9 in the race to 13 for the 2009 U.S. Open title.
After 19 games, the scores, Mr. Immonen 10, Mr. Souquet 9. Race to 13. Timeout, Mr. Souquet.
We're going to have a break here.
Souquet and Mika Immonen back in the main arena. And Ralph just checking the rack. Happy 10-9. Finally poised here in the 34th U.S. Open 9-ball championship final. Two superstars of European soil contesting America's biggest event. Rack number 20, the race to 13, and Souquet winding it up. There's the wing ball that's become familiar. And it looks like he's got a long shot at the 2. The 3 in the middle of the table. He made 2 balls on the break there. Danny, I think this match has all of a sudden turned into the flip of a coin.
I just was thinking that exact thing, and I was thinking that it's destined to go hill-hill.
Well, if he knocks this in, he'll just try and keep the cue ball as far from that right-hand cushion as he can. It's going to leave a long 3 no matter what. Oh, what a shot.
He didn't hit it that hard, and that ball really drew.
Boy, did he ever cue that one sweet. I didn't think Ralph had that kind of cue power to be able to play a shot from that length and draw it to there.
Might be that Josh you're talking about.
Well, he actually, if anything, Danny, he overhit it.
Yeah.
He was intending the bottom left.
Well, he's okay. He's going to have to go 3 rails to the pink 4 ball, I believe. He's looking to see how much room he has in the left-hand corner pocket to him. And I think either way, it's just as difficult a shot. Either way, he's going 3 rails. What could he reach better? Probably could reach it better in the right-hand corner like this. Oh, I don't know. He doesn't look real solid.
Yeah, you know what? Being right-handed isn't helping him here because he really does have to stretch. He's leaning right over the corner of that table, and you can see he's a long ways where he's cueing. Yeah, he's not even trying this. He's playing safe.
Yeah. Yeah, he could reach it. Not well enough to go ahead and stroke it and do a 3-rail shot. Good judgment. He didn't feel capable of it, and he didn't attempt it. That's very wise.
That's the Ralph Souquet we know.
Yeah.
Very calculating.
Very wise.
And from this position, he's left Mika the easy kick, and he got a little closer to that 9. This would have been a much tougher hit. But Mika knows he can get at this from the right-hand side.
Well, hit it. That's all I could say.
I think it's safe to say he'll be playing this at a bit of speed.
Yeah, he's going to glance the 9. Uh-oh. How do you spell uh-oh? Anyway, he's got a pretty good shot here. Three to the 4 to the 5. It all looks not too difficult. Of course, it looks easier up here because I'm not playing for 40,000.
Well, that's what the eventual winner will get, but much more significant is the U.S. Open trophy and the title that goes with it.
Right. They're already both on the team for the Mosconi Cup, right?
But it's one of the jewels in a crown that everybody wants to wear. you haven't really laid testament to being one of the great ones unless you've won the U.S. Open. And one of these two guys is going to walk out of this arena with 2 U.S. Open titles under their belt. And there aren't many people that can lay claim to that.
Listen, you go your whole life, you may not win a tournament, let alone 2 U.S. Opens.
The reason I feel that this is the toughest event in the world to win is because it is open. You come, you pay your entry fee, and they come from all over the world. And anybody can enter. Whereas the World Championships, for example, you qualify. And countries don't always get their best players qualifying. There are upsets. And so with an event like this, if you've got your game, bring it to Virginia, and good luck to you.
Pretty good. He wants to get straight in on that 8 ball on the side. That would make the game automatic. And he has the angle on the 7 to do that.
Well, he wanted to get straight so he could just follow through, play the 9 to the corner, and that looks pretty good. And as we will have said many times throughout this match, as expected, very tight.
And look at this. We're going to have a race to 2 for the U.S. Open title. Race to 3, yeah. Yeah.
And that's what we've got. 20 racks in the books. 10 apiece.
After 20 games, the match is tied at 10 games apiece, race to 13.
And who would have expected it to be any different? Who would have wanted it to be any different? Apart from the players. And people that have booked an early dinner table. Very close with the pro rating as well. Both of them starting to inch up to that 900 mark. But each break now takes on added significance. You've got to keep that cue ball on the table. Rack number 21. And the Kaiser.
6 is the wing ball. And 6 went right in, but the 1 isn't going to get up good enough for him. Made 2 balls again. What do you do here, Jim? I know you got to play it safe. Do you play a semi-bank also?
Well, Ralph's a little bit more predictable, isn't he, than Mika?
Yeah.
I mean, that 3 does offer a pretty big pocket for a corner bank.
Yeah.
But you know something, the angle here also. Ralph's just surveying the situation. It does, but he'll only take this on if he's guaranteed position or shape to the 2.
He's not going to take this on. He's going to play safe.
He's got the natural angle to play safe, Danny, doesn't he? He can flick this to that
right behind
left-hand cushion and run with the cue ball behind cover. It's a natural safety here. Thin cut off 2 cushions to drop behind these colors.
Behind the 5 and 9, it's automatic, and the bad thing about it, I mean, well, bad for somebody, but it's going to be automatically not leaving a shot on the 1, whether you snooker him or not. That'll be a bonus, but he can definitely put the 1 out of play. Try to go behind the 3 and 9, or the 5 and 9. Looks like it.
Taking a lot of time. At 10-10, who would blame him?
Oh yeah, this is the biggest tournament in the U.S. and he's almost at its goal line, so he's going to be careful now. We know he's a little more careful than Mika. He's trying to go behind the 5 and 9. Did he do it? Yes, he did. That is a dirty shot to play on your Moscone Cup teammate. But all's fair in love and war, right?
That's what they say.
And this is war. Well, you better hit it, Mika. You better hit it, or you're going to give Ralph a good chance to go a game ahead.
Just eyeing up the intended path and hoping that he's judging this correctly. He can hit this off 2 cushions, be perfect. No, he didn't want one cushion.
He did it. He hit it anyway. He sold out.
Well, I'm not so sure, but he certainly left Ralph another chance to lay him in the tall grass.
Yeah, I don't know if the 1 goes by. He's looking at it, but if it doesn't, he could freeze him on the 8. Now he's looking from this side. He's not sure. But he's sure of one thing. Freeze him on that 8. Well, he didn't want to roll it. That's all. He wanted to make sure he did something bad. Well, let's see how many times Mika could survive the snooker safe.
Well, I think the best path for Mika here is the top cushion that he's at. Probably an easier hit from the bottom cushion, but the problem is both balls would be heading into the open, so coming in from this angle gives him a much better chance to get that 1 safe.
Or even pocket it.
Yeah, could get lucky and even pocket it.
Yeah. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. It's going to turn out pretty good.
That was the best chance for him to get safe.
Well, he's got to survive a kick. We talked about it earlier. When you're playing good players, you don't want to put that ball near a pocket. He's looking at it. He might be able to snip it. You know, I don't know if he has to kick it. Well, now he's looking at it.
Yeah, Mika had a good look too, but if there's any edge sticking out there, I can't see it. And Ralph is looking at the right-hand cushion.
No, he's going to kick. He's going to kick. Better hit it.
I think it might be an easier hit from the left-hand cushion. But he's got a better chance to try and pocket it from this side.
kick is easy, but he wants to try to make it. He can see an opportunity, make it. He can't kick it hard either. Yeah, he did. He hit it twice. He hit it twice, and he got a little lucky.
I think both of these players are taking turns getting a little lucky. Mika comes out with the towel around his neck like a boxer.
I like Mika's end of it, though, from here. He has a pretty good save. He's looking to see if he could make it. I don't think he can hit it full enough to make it, but I think he can cut it one rail, put it in the middle of that end rail, and come long with the cue ball.
Yeah, but he's bridging right over top the 5.
Tough shot.
That can't make
Tough
life any
shot.
easier.
No. No, but this is what you have, and you got to deal with it. You know, this is the U.S. Open. You win if you make spectacular plays, and that's what he's got to do here. He could make it, too. How do you like that? And he got position. He got position. That's a pretty good shot because he didn't have much to hit. Could have very easily ran into the 3 ball.
At no time did I think he had enough of that one sticking out to be able to pocket it. He needs this to slow down.
Yeah. Yep. He's okay, but he would have rather been a little fuller for the better control. But he's okay here. He can spin this in and get pretty close to the 5 ball.
It really has been feast or famine in this final. I mean, players have strung racks together. Ralph won 5 in a row. Mika replied with 6. And now Ralph has won the last 3.
Well, you just try to draw it back and get close to the 7, shoot it in the side. That looks like the shot. That's what he did. There's no mysteries here. That's perfect. Good shot.
And that gets Mika 11-10 in front. And he's got the break to come in rack number 22.
Mr. Immonen wins game number 21. After 21 games, the scores Mr. Immonen 11, Mr. Souquet 10.
Mika slides all the beads over. It's now 10-1. Rack number 22. 11-10 the score in favor of Immonen.
Well, the 1 went in the side again, but no wing ball. But where are you two? He doesn't. Can he snip this in the side? I don't know. Pretty thin hit. Pretty thin hit. Well, if he can't, I'd billiard the 9. It looks like you're going to knock the 2 to the side rail, and you're going at the 9 with the right speed. Or could he cut it in? Of course, if he could cut it in, that's the shot. If not, I like the billiard on the 9. He didn't cut it in.
Oh, Mr. Souquet has cue ball in hand.
Oh, this is destined to be hill.
Well, you saw
Right.
Mika leaning, trying to get
Destin.
that 5 in behind the 7. I don't think he quite got it there. There's that scratching of the head again, Danny. Never a good thing.
No, that was kind of a gamble. It looked like a real impossible hit. I thought the billiard was free. 2-9. Well,
Ralph knows the 2 and 4 present no problems whatsoever.
well there's sure been plenty of suspense in these matches.
5 to the 6. And you know, he's got a great safety. If he doesn't get, or doesn't feel like he can get, from the 5 to the 6, 6 nearest the 9,
Yeah.
all he has to do is leave himself around the middle of the top end of the table, and he should be able to weld that cue ball behind the 7. Send the 5 out off 3 or 4 cushions and leave that cue ball right in behind the 7. Or the other option is to use the 7. Try and spin that 5 in with a lot of left-hand spin, catch the edge of the 7, and use it to change the path of the cue ball off 3 cushions to come down for the 6. Ralph will figure this out.
I don't know if he can hit the 7 that full to go off at 3 rails. The 8 is in the way. Yeah, you're right. He can't get in there. He can't get in there for that 5.
Now he's looking at the 2-9.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be some kind of
I like it with the billiard.
bold.
I still like it with the billiard. Yeah, this will bring a howl if he makes this, but I don't imagine he's going to make this.
I don't know why. I mean, to be honest, he's got a couple options here, and he isn't considering them.
No, he can make the 2, the 4, and then shoot the 5 straight on, stick behind the 7. Right? He doesn't have to do anything
Exactly.
aggressive. He's got a great safe off that 5 ball. If he can't make it, and apparently he can't, or he would have
You
shot.
know what else he could do? I mean, what's stopping him from rolling through here and leaving an angle on the 4 to take the cue ball down towards the 7 and the 5? I mean, he really has a few options.
Yeah, he sure does. Oh, he didn't get there. I mean, it's pretty thin if he were thinking of going 1 rail into the 7. I don't think he can do that anymore at this angle. I don't think it's going to spin that much.
I think all he can do is just cut this in, try and get the cue ball around the middle of the table where he can leave a full ball 5 and play the safety.
Yeah, he should have been thinking that way anyway instead of all this, because I don't think he can spin it enough to go into the 7.
Playing the 3-ball combination.
Oh yeah, well, good luck. Good luck. No problem. No problem.
Well, I told you he'd figure it out.
He did figure it out. Now he's got a combination 5-7. Oh, it's the 4.
Just remind me never to get
It's
into
the
a chess
4.
game with Ralph.
That is the 4 ball. Suddenly, my eyes turned orange.
I'll tell you what, Danny, I couldn't have played that shot. I mean, you really do have to have a lot of belief in your ability to play a shot like that.
I didn't like it. The elementary safes were the shot. Get on the 5, hit it straight on, snook him on the 7. He might never have hit the ball. But his choice turned out all right.
Whatever works makes it right. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to be too straight here.
He's got a little angle, but I think he's going to have to draw the ball now. I don't think he can force it. Well, let's see what he does. I don't know if he can go 1 rail. Does he have enough angle to go 1 rail? He did get a little adventurous for Ralph Souquet. Right in the side. Right in the side. He didn't have an angle to do that. I thought he could draw the ball and get it all the way down there. Well, Mika loves it now. Mika's going to get on the hill here.
Well, you know something? In hindsight, if he would have played the shot we suggested, the 7 would have stayed up by the 8. He would have locked him up behind the 7 with the 5, knocked the 5 down by the 6. Who's to say?
Well, he went into brain lock there. He went into brain lock.
When you can execute in this game, you really can dig yourself out of a lot of jams. And Ralph certainly would be the first to tell you that at the end of the day, it really is about executing. To get to the hill with a 12-10 lead. And Mika Immonen looking to do what only Nick Varner has done before. Back-to-back U.S. Open titles. 12-10, he leads Souquet.
Scores Mr. Immonen 12, Mr. Souquet 10. Race to 13.
Well, Mika, this is your last break in the U.S. Open this year. Well, he's trying to check Scott out. Scott's a little crooked. That was his way of telling him whenever he laid the cue down, it meant the rack's crooked. Uh-oh, he's all right. Well, this is his last break in this year's U.S. Open.
Rack number 23, 12-10. He wants one more win to be crowned U.S. Open champion for the second time.
You'll see some emotion if he wins. Well, there goes the wing ball. Where are you, 1? Where are you, 1? He's going to billiard the 9 in.
You know something? I think you're absolutely right.
Yep.
Because he can bank that one over to the side cushion. I think this is his chance, and I guarantee you he's going to take it.
Yep.
And he'll take a little time building up the nerve to play this shot, but you know he's going to go at the 9 here.
That's what he's looking at. He's trying to draw the tangent.
And Nick Varner in the front row, right beside Johnny Archer. You know, the two players that make up the Hall of Fame pool tour. And now Hall of Famers, and Varner looking on to see if one man will join him as a back-to-back U.S. Open champion. And I'll tell you, everyone is going to be paying attention to this shot and watch the 9. The champagne's on ice, Mika.
Well, what do you think? Yes or no?
I think yes. The 9's there, and Mika Immonen has won back-to-back U.S. Open titles for only the second time. A 13-10 win over Ralph Souquet. the Iceman from Finland. What a match, what a night. And Mika Immonen will celebrate well into the morning hours. A toast to Mika Immonen, the 2009 U.S. Open 9-ball champion.
Before we present Mika his back-to-back title, this young man, age 40, will be also in the Hall of Fame very soon, Mr. RALF SOUQUET, without a doubt. He will. There is not a class, I'll tell you, he really is class. There's quite a few guys, but this young man, you know, he plays hard, win or lose, and you know, to the very end, he'll give it his all. The Germans are tough, mentally and physically. And at this time, RALF, you've got plenty of time to win more U.S. Opens, and I'm sure you will. And tonight, somebody wins, somebody comes in runner-up. Tonight was your time to come in runner-up. But be proud of this. Many great players in the world, have neither. And everyone loves you. Congratulations, RALF. RALF also speaks very well.
Well, obviously, after tough losses, it's a bit harder to make a speech. I can only congratulate Mika. He had a really long run and road on the loser side. He had some close ones where he almost lost, but he always pulled through and, you know, ended up being the winner. I had a little softer road, so to speak. Not that my opponents weren't as good, but had a little more time to rest because I stayed on the winner's side. But as everybody knows, you know, there's only one winner, and at the end, you know, in the final match, there's only one race to 13. Today I didn't play my best. Mika played a bit better, and that's why he deserved to win. But you know, the world is not going down. I'm gonna be back, that's for sure. I wanted to keep Nick's record a bit longer, but sorry, Nick. Yeah, I want to thank all my sponsors, because without them I wouldn't be here. I want to say thanks to Barry and his family, because without them and all the help of all the people, Accu-Stats, whoever was involved here, I can't name them all. Thanks to you guys, thanks to all you fans, because without you it wouldn't be as nice as well, because, you know, playing in front of nobody just, you know, it doesn't make fun. I'm not going to keep you up any longer. Thanks for your support. I'll be back. I guarantee you I'm going to win this title again. And you will.
You will. Okay, every year I have a tough decision. Well, of course, I think the proper thing to do is present the coveted plaque first. That's the most important thing. The check looks good, you can't cash it. The bank won't take it. But the most important thing right now is to give this young man his back-to-back title plaque for the 2009 U.S. Open Championship, our winner and still champion, Mr. Mika Immonen. I don't have to tell you what to do. It was only last year. All right, prepare to stay about 2 hours. Mika's got a few words to say. And my kids, come on. Steve Mesrak once said, enjoy the moment. It's true. Mika?
First of all, thanks Barry for presenting the opportunity to do this history. I would actually, after I lost that second game, never in my wildest dreams would think I would come back and win this tournament. It's just inconceivable. But I guess I did it. It didn't sink in yet. But I really want to raise a hat to Ralph. He's a true gentleman. He's definitely nicer than me. But you know, it doesn't mean that he's a fierce competitor, and it's really always tough to play with him because he is what he is. But I don't know. So, well, I'll see you at the Moscone, I guess. You think they accept me now? I want to thank, of course, all the fans. You've been great all week. I mean, it's crazy. It's pretty amazing that people fly here and spend the whole week in the hotel and entrance costs and all that stuff. So it's really appreciated. I'm sure Barry appreciates it too. He's got a good tradition going here. I want to thank all the sponsors, the event, and of course my sponsors, Mez Q's, Calcapuro from the Philippines, Ota Enterprises, Kamui Tips, that's three majors with Kamui. And Brunswick, I think, it was upside down, this logo. But somebody told me it was upside down earlier, and then I didn't want to turn it around. I didn't want to jinx myself, so I thought I'd just keep it upside down. Maybe it creates more interest. And you know what? I was doing so good today. Another superstition. I didn't want to put the tattoo. I had it on the first game. And I lost to Chris Bartram, so I'm not, I guess I'm a little superstitious. Just don't even want to think about it. But yeah, there's the Kamui, what do you call it? Temporary tattoo. Am I done yet? No. Wait, so I want to thank all my friends, coming from New York. Jay, Linda, for helping me out today with all the, food. It's like, it's like every general has to have that chain of supply, So they've been helping me out great. I want to thank my girlfriend, of course, Aline. She's in New York, she couldn't make it, but she might be getting out of yoga by now and getting a test. What else is there to say? Thank Accu-Stats, continuing great tradition, and one more time, I'd like to say, give hands to Johnny Archer. He's the latest PCA Hall of Fame. Maybe one day. I'm too young. I mean, but that's one of my dreams, and these guys have achieved it already, so that's on my checklist. Anyway, thanks all the staff of the tournament, Jay, Ken, it's a great job. I think I'm done. I think it's time for a toast, right?
You can't drink yet because our son's going to pop the bottle for Mika and us. And everybody has a glass, I hope. It cost me $200 a glass to drink it slow. That's a lot of dough. But J.R. Calvert's paying for it, so what the hell. Thank you, J.R. I don't care what they say about you. All right, Mika's first. Thank you. How many glasses do we have? Enough. And we have Shannon. Come on. And Brady, do you have a glass? Oh, you got the bottle. That's even better. I don't know what to say other than I'm very proud, and Nick, we knew eventually it would happen. And this young man deserved, as you said, to win. He won 15 matches in the losers bracket. I mean, hell, he's supposed to get the plaque just for playing 15 matches. But I'm sure these gentlemen will tackle as long as they're playing pool. And I salute you, Ralph. I salute Hail Germany. And I salute Mika Immonen as our champion once again.